There are many people who believe they have lived a previous life, have already walked on this earth and under this sky. To believe in this means, in the same way, to believe that others like us have already lived one or more earthly existences. Is it, therefore, possible to meet again, to recognize each other, even if often in a confused way? Do you ever meet someone for the first time and have a strong feeling of knowing him for a long time? To feel perfectly at ease with a stranger, as if it were your best friend? To find yourself telling all about you, and feeling absolutely understood, as if that person has always known you, and already knew all about you? Well, the answer to these questions can only be one. We may have already met them in a previous life. Is it possible to confirm it? It seems so, in the opinion of many, and to help us to establish it, there are 3 signs to pay particular attention to. 1. We feel an immediate connection or refusal. When we think of the people of our past lives, we often think of friends or relatives, or even the people we love. Often, as mentioned, when we meet someone we have known before, we perceive a strong familiar sensation. And when we meet someone to whom we instinctively feel dislike, repulsion, fear, we can justify these immediate reactions in the same way. We have already met them in our previous life. 2. The connection is almost telepathic. It happens when we think of a person, and shortly after we see him appear. Or someone we have not seen for a while and suddenly reappears in our lives. It also happens when with a friend or an acquaintance we find ourselves thinking the same thing at the same time. Or when we already know what he is going to tell us. When we send a message at the same time, or when we can read so well in one look. 3. We see it in their eyes. Have you ever looked someone in the eye and felt like hypnotized? Or feel familiar? To read behind it a story that the voice does not tell, but which you do not need because you can almost see it. You have probably looked at those eyes millions of times in your previous life. Whether or not one believes in one or more previous lives, it is true that the feelings of déjà vu, we have all experienced them. Many scientists and psychologists believe that behind them there is a neurological explanation. But others are convinced that they are testimonies of previous lives. What about you? Have you experienced any of these signs mentioned in this video? Or felt a deep connection with someone like you knew them before your first meeting? We would love to know about your story in the comments below. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please give it thumbs up. Comment below if you have any questions, or suggestions for future videos. Subscribe and hit the bell button so you get notified when the next video is out. And help Spiritualify rise the vibrations by sharing this video with your family and friends.